Hi folks, it's Yvette. Sorry it took me some time to get on. I said 15 minutes. I got caught up doing some things around here. I'm actually doing my closet, transferring my clothes and just doing stuff around the house. It's a beautiful day in New York City today. We have like 90 degrees weather, and I was planning to go to the beach, and I decided to stay home and do some work. I have some writing to do and a whole bunch of other stuff that I'm creating for you folks out there who have lupus. I'm creating some really cool programs, so I'll talk about that later. Anyway, lupus and gut health. Just in case for you folks who do not know me, wanted to let you know a little bit about myself. Who's that? Hey Peter. Hey Patricia. I suffered with lupus for about, hi Tia, thank you for joining in. I suffered with lupus for about 15 to 16 years of my life. I was very sick. The illness almost took my life. And it wasn't until it attacked my heart that I decided to do something. I went back to school to study holistic nutrition and sciences. I also became an energy healer, a Reiki master, magnified healer. I work with the chakras. I also work with herbals. And everything I learned, I applied to myself. And it took me 2 years to heal my body. And then I decided, hey, I got something here. And I went out and started doing this for other people. I have a passion to help people, especially people who have lupus. I am an autoimmune expert, and the majority of my clients are people who have lupus. Hey, hi from Santa Barbara. Oh, beautiful out there. Beautiful out there. I'm in New York City. Thank you for joining in. So that's a little bit about myself. I've been doing this work for quite some time now, for about 11, 12, no, actually more than that. Way more than that. And I'm very passionate about it. So I want to speak a little bit today about lupus and gut health and some things that you can do to kind of help yourself, because a lot of people who have lupus tend to suffer from leaky gut and gut issues. So I just wanted to cover a little bit about this to see if it helps you. I've had a lot of people email me about this. So know that the gut harbors about trillions of microorganisms. Let me take these off because I'm seeing kind of blurry. And toxins, and can pass through a permeable intestinal lining into the bloodstream. And now people are texting me. Jay, you need to stop texting me. Okay. Hi, Carl. Every time I get on a live chat, everybody decides to text me, to call me. It's funny. I mean, I appreciate it. I'm blessed that I have people who love me and care about me, but I'm doing my work now. Anyway, what I was saying, to maintain the tissues in homeostasis and health. So distribution of, we need distribution of the normal flora. Here he goes again. I apologize, folks. Jesus. Okay, let me get back to it. The gut harbors trillions of microorganisms. Folks, stop texting me. This is ridiculous. Okay, so disruption to its normal flora is associated with several autoimmune diseases, including lupus. Oh, they just don't stop. So a leaky gut can happen when microorganisms and toxins can pass through your intestinal lining and into the bloodstream. So basically, think of a net. Okay, think of like a net. You go fishing and you have the little holes, and you have the little holes there. Now, it lets certain things pass through. But when you have a leaky gut and you have gut issues, it starts to rip open, you know? And when it starts to rip open, you get these tiny little particles of food and other things that go through, and it actually rips open, and that's when you start suffering from leaky gut. And it can also cause an autoimmune reaction in our body. And this happens with a lot of people who have autoimmune diseases, especially lupus, because what happens, the body's going to see these invaders, these foreign invaders, as foreign invaders, and they're going to attack them, because really that's what they are. They're foreign invaders. So actually the body is doing what it's supposed to be doing, because the body is perfect, and you know that the body works perfectly, and it's doing what it needs to do. And we see it as, oh my God, I'm sick. But no, actually the body's doing what it needs to do. It's doing its job. It's that we're not nourishing it properly and doing the things we need to do for it. So this is why it's important to keep a strong army of gut bacteria, which is known as probiotics. And nearly 80% of our immune system is in the gut. And the gut is where 95% of your serotonin is produced. Okay? And serotonin is a neurotransmitter found in the blood, digestive tract, and nervous system. So the most important dietary step you can take also is to eat a gluten-free diet. And what I found is that a lot of people who have autoimmune diseases, especially lupus, tend to have a reaction to gluten. I know I did. I know a lot of my clients have. And when I've taken them off of the gluten, they felt much better. So hopefully all you guys know what gluten is. If you don't know what gluten is, it's a protein that is naturally found in white and wheat flour and other grains like barley, rye, spelt. And it can also be found in a lot of processed foods. So because it is in a lot of our foods, a lot of foods that you wouldn't expect it to be in. So gluten can also cause leaky gut. When you eat gluten, it travels through your stomach and arrives into your small intestines, where it triggers the release of zonulin. Now, zonulin is a chemical that it signals the tight junctions of your intestinal wall, creating a leaky gut. Remember what I was talking about, the ripping and all that? So it's easier to explain is that gluten attacks the small intestines, leading to the small holes, what I was saying before, in the intestinal lining. So as a result, the small particles are able to get through, and it passes through the bloodstream, which causes an autoimmune reaction. Okay, and this can also include joint pain. I was just speaking to somebody about joint pain. It can include joint pain in the body. So if you suffer from lupus, I highly recommend that you cut back on your gluten or actually get rid of it. I got rid of gluten and I felt 100% better. So many experts suggest that gluten's effect on the immune system contribute to several modern diseases and inflammatory diseases. And as you know, lupus is a disease of inflammation. So you may be thinking, well, you know, Yvette, gluten has been around for many, many years, for many centuries. Our ancestors ate it, you know, but the difference between gluten that we have now and gluten that our ancestors ate is the way that it's processed. And from what I know, I think that has a lot to do with the issue today. And the way the body reacts to the gluten. It's processed differently. A lot of things are processed differently. If you think of soy products, they process differently here in this country than what they are in Asia. If you ate them in Asia, in the Asian countries, your body's not going to react to them the way they would to the ones that are processed here in this country. Hi Deidre, thank you for joining. Victoria, thank you for joining, Victoria. Okay, so what I was talking about. Okay, also we have done lots of damage to our digestive system due to the processed foods and all the chemicals in the foods and the sugar. Sugar is so bad, so bad for you. It causes inflammation as well. So we eat all these bad foods on a daily basis, and also the overuse of antibiotics and other medication can wreak havoc on our digestive system. And this has made our digestive system weak, and our bodies are having a really hard time digesting foods, and it's causing health challenges. And I feel that has a lot to do with a lot of the autoimmune diseases that we see today. But that's just part. It's not everything. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome, Victoria. Thank you for being on. So it is estimated that 1 in every 30 people have gluten sensitivity, which means that eating gluten causes inflammation every time they eat it. So an estimated 99% of people with gluten sensitivity are actually undiagnosed right now, you know, and they're just kind of fanning the flames of the inflammation without even knowing it, because they're eating the wrong foods and their body is attacking itself. So Also, another thing that can also cause issues if you have an autoimmune disease, like lupus, is, oh my God, I forgot. Nightshade vegetables. Hi Carl. Nightshade vegetables, they're from the Solanaceae family, and they kind of affect the body similar to the way gluten does. I know a lot of my clients, when I take them off of the gluten and the nightshade vegetables, they feel better. Now, the tricky thing about the nightshade vegetables is that some may affect you, some may not. Like, I can eat tomatoes, and they're the majority of them, they're known as the tomatoes, the eggplant, potatoes, and peppers. Now, I can eat potatoes, I can eat tomatoes, but I cannot eat, well, eggplant I never liked anyway, but I can't eat peppers. When I was sick, I couldn't eat peppers. I had a reaction to it. And there are about 2,000 of different types of nightshades. What I would actually recommend, hi Lucy, how are you, is that you do a Google search on them and see them and experiment with them. Keep like a food journal, and when you eat them, see which one gives you a reaction. And the ones that you react to, take them out of your diet. The ones you don't react to, then, you could eat them. Hi Tom, thank you for joining in. So that's one of the things I did, and I found that it really, really helped me. And like I already said, 80% of our immune system lives within the gut. So when you have lupus or an autoimmune disease, it is important to be able to absorb nutrients. So your food, and your gut health is very, very important. It is imperative, especially if you have an autoimmune disease like lupus. Good morning, Tom. It's actually afternoon in New York. Tom, where are you? Where in the U.S. are you? I'm in New York City. So you need to support the gut when you're dealing with an autoimmune disease such as lupus to help heal the gut. Most people with lupus and other autoimmune diseases tend to have challenges with the gut. Such, like I said, when you eat the foods and allow the food particles and the toxins go through these little junctions, and I feel it creates an autoimmune response. And actually, there is proof for that. If you go, there's what's that site? PubMed. Sounds like Club Med, but it's not. PubMed. You will find studies there that speak about autoimmune diseases and leaky gut and gut health. I'm on there a lot. I do a lot of research for the work that I do with my clients. Because I like to help my clients heal like I help myself heal. So what can you do to heal your gut and digestion? Oh, cool. You can make bone stock. So bone stock is rich in collagen, and collagen can heal and support the strength of the intestinal walls. So you can make chicken, beef, or fish stock. I have recipes on my website, which is YvetteLeBoy.com. And you have to drink it every day on a daily basis because the collagen is very healing to the gut. Other types of foods that you want to eat are mucilaginous foods. Okay, so what is a mucilaginous food? For example, miso soup is good. Because miso is mucilaginous. It's a mucilaginous food. It's soothing to the inflammation in the gut. Not only that, you also have seaweed, seaweed with fish. Sea vegetables are really good. Actually, sea vegetables are very high in omega-3s. Actually, in comparison to a lot of the omega-3 foods we have here in this country, seaweed and sea vegetables have higher omega-3s, believe it or not. And I eat a lot of sea vegetables and seaweed and stuff like that because I love it. Some people think it's nasty. I actually love it. Maybe it's an acquired taste. But it helps to soothe the inflammation in the gut and cool down the inflammation. Other mucilaginous foods are like okra, chia seeds, flax seeds, oats, aloe vera, aloe gel, nori, which is a sea vegetable. Also, you want to eat wholesome organic foods. You want to avoid pesticide-ridden foods because they're absorbed in the body on a cellular level, and this also causes your immune system to react to it. And the immune system sees it as a threat and it attacks, causing you to have a flare-up. So it's really important to eat clean, wholesome foods, okay? Also, milk. And I've had people, it's funny, I've had people literally lash out on me when I talk about milk and dairy. So milk is made for baby cows to grow up into big cows. Okay, it's not made for the human digestive tract. It is a pro-inflammatory food. If you are drinking milk and having dairy products and you have lupus, you need to take it out of your diet. Okay, believe me, I did this. I did all of this. It took me 2 years to heal my body. If you listen to me, believe me, you're going to be okay. Don't expect results overnight because, you know, we're always looking for that magic pill. There is no magic pill to health. Okay, if we're unhealthy and our body is out of balance, it took us time to get to that point. Remember that. So it's going to take you time to become healthy again. Be patient. Work with your body. The body has its own innate ability to heal itself if you give it what it needs. Believe me, I know what I'm talking about because this I did myself. I lived it. Okay. Also, you want to cut sugar. Sugar and processed food, you want to take it out of your life. It's not good. It's, again, a pro-inflammatory food, and it affects the gut. Try to go for like a gluten-free. I would say the darker the bread, the better, but you want to look for gluten-free. The bread, Ezekiel bread, that's a really good bread. That's actually the bread that I eat now. So I would try that. You know, if you're having issues with the gut, if you have lupus or an autoimmune disease. Okay, so I would go for that. Okay, Carl? So we need to take sugar out of our diet, definitely, because it causes inflammation, it's pro-inflammatory, and it causes us to have low energy and feel unbalanced, and it causes inflammation in the body, like I was saying before. And there's sugar in a lot of the foods that we eat already. Yes, Tia, Ezekiel bread is awesome. It's awesome. So sugar causes inflammation in the body. And the last thing that you want when you have lupus or an autoimmune disease is inflammation. And sugar impairs the ability of the white blood cells to destroy biological agents. You know, and it reduces immune function by 50%. I don't know if you folks knew that or not. And it causes inflammation in the body. And it can contribute to brain fog. And people who have lupus have brain fog. So eating sugar can contribute to that. It can contribute to fatigue. It can contribute to headaches, depression. Oh, cheese. Cheese is my weakness. I don't have an autoimmune disease, but I do have lots of inflammation. I know I need to cut it out. Working on the sugar though. Okay. What they sell at the health food store, they sell cheese. It's not real cheese. It's like a vegan type of cheese. Maybe you want to further explore that, Victoria. Go to your local health food store and look for that. And maybe that'll help you get off the cheese. So where was I? Oh, I was talking about sugar and processed foods. So most typical processed foods and drinks on the market have so much hidden sugar that the average American, without even knowing, is consuming approximately about half a cup of sugar per day. As a matter of fact, the average American is consuming about 142 pounds of sugar. That's a lot of damn sugar, folks. Okay? Especially if you have an autoimmune disease. So I would recommend that you get off the sugar. Look for like natural sugars. Some people like stevia. I don't like that. No Splenda, no Equal, please. Equal contains aspartame, not good, found to cause cancer. And Splenda has chemicals in it that actually kill brain cells. It causes you to have migraines. So you don't want to do that either. It's not good for you. It's total crap. I like maple sugar. not maple sugar, maple syrup, date sugar. You know, the body just reacts better to it. I've cut sugar out of my life, but I do use maple syrup sometimes, and it's really good. And raw organic honey as well. That's another thing that I use, like when I make my tea. I'm a big tea drinker. I always say that coffee is an abomination, but you know, if you drink coffee, that's fine. If you want to do that, I love tea. I love my tea. So also, you should include fermented foods and drinks in your diet, and it'll help you to crave sweet less. For Victoria, try to incorporate fermented foods and drinks into your diet, because it'll help you crave sweets less, because fermented food adds the sour taste back into your diet, and it helps to combat your reliance on the sweet taste. Okay, and also use a tongue scraper. Don't leave me. I'm coming back. I want to show you my tongue scraper. Hold on. I should have taken this before. So this is a tongue scraper. If you're suffering from like a lot of cravings and stuff like that, you want to get a tongue scraper. They sell these at like Whole Foods, any. I think some pharmacies may have them. I got mine from the school I went to, but they have them at Whole Foods also, and I think Trader Joe's. You should be able to find these. So what you want to do is use this, and the tongue scraper is from Ayurvedic medicine, and you're gonna stick out your tongue like that and go from the back to the forward and clean your tongue like that. That's also going to help you with the cravings, okay, Victoria? Since you asked, I figured I'd give you some tips. Also, probiotics. Probiotics are extremely important. It's an important supplement to take, and it helps to replenish the good bacteria and crowd out the bad bacteria. So I recommend getting probiotics in both food and supplement. Especially if you're having really bad issues with your gut, and like fermented foods, you know, they have probiotics in it. Take at least 50 billion units of the probiotics daily, and okay, Victoria, awesome, good. Hey, Ozzy, how are you, primo, my cousin? Good. I'm happy. Yes, look into that. And Victoria, if you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to me or even inbox me. Okay, I'll be more than happy to answer any of your questions. Friendly Flora. What is Friendly Flora? I never heard of that. Is that a type of probiotic? Who's it made from? Let me know, Lucy. Okay, I want to know. So, like I was saying, you want a good quality brand of probiotic. I know. What's his name? Dr. Axe makes some probiotics, but Patricia, but doesn't the multivitamins already have the probiotics incorporated? Some do, some don't. Patricia, you gotta check that out. Some multivitamins don't have the probiotics in it, so you have to get a good probiotic. Okay, hun? Look at the bottle that you have. As a matter of fact, Patricia, you know me on a personal level. Take a picture of the label and send it to me. Text it to me. You have my phone number, hun. So, like I was saying, take a good quality probiotic, and because you need it for gut repair, you know, and you know, our guts are not healthy, and we think they are, and that was one of my main problems when I was ill. I had really bad gut health. So you need to spend time and energy on having better immunity. So without gut health and good digestion, we can't do anything. We can't absorb the nutrients we need that is important for our gut health, you know, and for our health itself. So you need to have a healthy gut. You need to eat the right foods to heal the gut, because without it, we cannot do anything. We cannot absorb our food. We cannot absorb the nutrients in it. Okay, and this is going to cause problem. Like I mentioned before, you want to eat mucilaginous foods and fermented foods, and those are like sauerkraut, kefir, pickled cucumbers, Korean kimchi. These just to name a few. and they're filled with probiotics, good bacteria. Also, what I would do is a deworming protocol. I just did that with a group of people. I have a page called the Deworming Protocol. If you're interested in participating in that, look up the Deworming Protocol, and I'll add you on to the group. We're doing, some people are doing a 3-day, some people are doing a 5-day, and some people are doing a 10-day. Do not go beyond the 10-day of the deworming protocol. And what is a deworming protocol? What I recommend is, oh God, I have it here. Let me go get it. I'm going to show it to you folks. Don't leave me. I know I keep leaving. Give me a second. I should have been more prepared, but you know, I'm doing 1,001 things today. This is good to use, okay? Now, a deworming protocol is when you cleanse your body of parasites. We all have parasites, folks, okay? A lot of people are like, no, I don't have. We all have them, even little flukes, microscopic. I did this. My sister did it, and my sister thought she didn't have parasites until she did this. She did a 7-day cleanse. What I would say, if you're a person who's on medication, do it for like maybe 3 to 4 days. Do not do more than that. Okay? So this you can get on Amazon. It's called Black Walnut and Wormwood. And this is very good. Okay? And like I said, if you're interested in the deworming, yo, you started, Lucy? Cool. Hey, Sonia, how are you? Thank you for joining. Patricia People. Yeah, Patricia was in the group. She was in the deworming protocol group. So, what else? Did I speak about, yeah, I spoke about milk, right? I spoke about dairy. Another thing I want to say about dairy, right? Dairy is made for baby cows. Now, people who were not breastfed and they found a connection between breastfeeding and autoimmune diseases, leaky gut. When you're breastfed, those little holes that we have, the breast milk, the colostrum, the colostrum in breast milk actually fills in those holes. Now, if you're a person who was not breastfed, you may end up having problems with your gut. I was not breastfed. Most of the people from my generation was not breastfed because back in the day, it was just, you know, they didn't know any better. You know, they didn't know any better. Science told them not to breastfeed their kid, to give them formula, that it was much better for them. Now, we know better. We know much better now. We know that breastfeeding is way better. And should be done because of the colostrum. Now the issue here is you cannot take colostrum as an adult. It's not going to help. You needed your mother's colostrum. So, but you can do the other stuff that I just mentioned. And the bone broth, that's very good. And I have recipes for that on my website, like I said, which is YvetteLaboy.com. Let me see what else. Is there anything else I want to go over with you guys? Yeah, well, once you heal your gut, you'll start to see a change, and you'll see how the lupus starts to affect you or your autoimmune disease. And I strongly recommend, before you go on a specific diet or protocol, if you have an illness, speak with your medical practitioner to make sure that it's okay, and make sure that it's okay and it's right with your bio-individuality, okay? Because we don't want you getting sick. But most of the stuff that I recommended, actually everything that I recommended is good for you. You know, you're not going to have any bad reactions from it. And like I said, if you're on any sort of medication and you want to do the deworming, I would do it for 3 days. And it's simple to do. If you want to join the group, you know, hit me up at the Deworming Protocol and I'll add you to the group. Anyway, this is all I have to share for now. Oh yeah, one more thing, because I've been getting inbox from people. Oh, you're welcome, Carl. I've been getting inbox from some people. I am still working on my lupus group program. I am creating a lupus group program, and I have some really amazing guests on there. I have a traditional Chinese doctor. I have another doctor that has his own center in Mesa. Hi, Berto. Well, Bertolavo. Hi. Thank you for joining in. Like I was saying about the Lupus Group program, I'm still creating that. I got some really amazing speakers on there. Of course, I work with the body as a whole, you know, physical, emotional, spiritual, and energetic body. That's how I healed myself as a whole, because the body is a complete whole. They're not separated, although medicine in this country sees them as two separate, but they're all one, and that's what my program is about. I'm going to be working with the body as a whole, and I'm going to have different speakers, different professionals in the field of health and wellness that specialize in autoimmune diseases, and they're going to be speakers on this particular Lupus Group program. I'm not finished with it yet. I'm doing a bunch of different programs that I'm creating, but this one is very important to me. I'm almost finished with it. I did not forget it. Even though I haven't spoken about it in a while, we're still working on it, folks, okay? And once I get it out there, you will know, because I have to reach out to my marketing guy, and we got to start marketing it as well. I also have this amazing author who wrote a book about lupus and healing. She's going to be on there as well. So, anyway, I hope... Victoria, such great information. Thank you again. I'm going to look up... Good, good. Thank you, Victoria. It'd be great to have you in the program. Anyway, folks, thank you for joining me today. I'll be doing another live chat this week on more on spiritual healing, mind, body, spirit, and why we cannot heal sometimes. And oh, good afternoon, Bertle. Oh, you're welcome, Tia. Thank you for joining in. And that's going to be my next live chat. I'm probably not going to be able to do it today, maybe sometime during the week, because today I'm just really, I have a lot of things going on. I just want to get on for a little bit, and I know I was on for a long time, but I want to answer all your questions. So, thank you for being on today. My name is Yvette LeBoy. You can reach me on social media, here on Facebook. My business page is Yvette LeBoy Coach. I have a YouTube page, Yvette LeBoy. On Twitter, I'm Holistic Girl. On Instagram, I'm One Holistic Diva. And my website is YvetteLeBoy.com. So I'm Yvette LeBoy. I'm from YvetteLeBoy.com. At YvetteLeBoy.com, we inspire people to get healthy and transform their lives, because we want you to become that fabulous diva and divo you were born to be. Thanks for being on. Love you. God bless. See you at my next chat. Bye.